quite a bit of a change from being on the road, being slightly protected, to being out in the elements and needing to get things done fast.
What's your thoughts with bears up here?
We'll put up a bear fence, make sure we have a good night's sleep.
It's been a long day. Our skin is killing us. My fingers. The skin of my fingers really hurts. Pardon me. They're at least 2 maybe 3 times bigger. I just don't know if we can do 3 times more. Hopefully we'll recover a bit before then.
That's what's going on.
This is my first expedition as father.
Aww.
And I do miss my daughter. It's a pretty long trip to be away from family. And it's certainly going to be hard on my wife to have to be a single parent for 6 weeks.
That's an ugly baby.
I really hope that June will grow up on a healthy planet. We're in the midst of a crisis, and we need to actually help change the world as quickly as possible. The first year that I started earning more income than I needed, I started donating a third of my income to help fund solar projects around the world. I think expeditions should be about more than just climbing.
I can't see you, don't worry.
Yeah, it's cool to make first ascents,
You can't see it, I can hear you.
but it's great that we're also collecting data from the front line of climate change.
Monet, you got sit up?
Good thing we got skis, huh?
Today we head out across the ice cap. It should take around 4 days, but we don't really know since no one's ever done it. To lighten the load, we're going to leave a lot of our climbing gear behind. Our support team will pick it up later. It's time to shift into science mode. Heidi's going to be gathering important data as we cross the ice.
So we have here 2 different radars. This will help us to measure ice thickness. And the way it works is that the transmitter here will send pulses of radio waves into the ground. And it will give us an information on how thick the ice is. It works almost like a sonar. It enables us to see what's underneath our feet.
Okay, we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, walking.
They're crossing the sea, are they? Look like the sea.
Measuring the thickness of the ice will help us calculate how much water the rain and ice cap holds. We want to understand how sea levels might rise if temperatures keep going up and all of this melts.
It's not as if I've ever wanted to be a polar explorer, you know, I'm a rock climber for a
Oh,
reason.
skis.
But in this case, to spend
You're on skis.
between 4 days in a week going somewhere that no one's ever been,
skis,
and help hike
okay.
sometimes, I mean, it's rare to have that kind of opportunity in life.
Baby, going away to pretend.
How's this week?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay?
So difficult to get any bearings in this life.
Want to stop, Alex?
Yeah, do you start with that?
Sure.
Now you've collected loads of things. That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I do normally across.
Are we taking a look at your numbers?
I mean, these files are gigantic, actually. So when we left camp, I mean, have a guess. How thick was the ice when we left camp this morning?
900 feet.
No, I'd say 300 feet.
So there was about 200 meters. So
600, 600, yeah, 700
yeah.
feet.
And now we are walking or skiing on ice that is 120,000 years old. this ice has seen the last ice age and even the period before that.
What do you think, Daniel?
The deepest ice here is
Where
over
would you
2,000
think
feet now.
2,000 feet.
I mean, it's crazy.
2,000 feet.
This ice cap holds more than 350 billion tons of fresh water,
Feet don't work.
enough to submerge the entire island of Manhattan under almost 4 miles of water.
Mm.
So we're just skiing in on the bearing now
That one's
because
full
it's painted white out, but you can see the relief of that crevasse bit. Crevasse is the biggest hazard on ice cap. The deep cracks in the ice, some going hundreds of feet. In this flat line, they're tough to spot until you're actually on top of them.
Someone's neck.
And if you fall in one whilst you're pulling the sled,
Oh,
then
yeah.
you're in deep trouble. So crevasse is that way, so we'll basically head that direction.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I think we really want to get out of here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You go out in front, Mike.
Yeah. I'll be the crevasse pool. I'm the lightest.
Like 3 of a mile, 2,000 feet.
Hmm?
2,000 feet is .3
Alright, you're
seconds.
bang on course there, Mikey.
Navigating in white out is never fun.
A landmark would be great.
It's difficult when
Good
there's
luck with that.
absolutely nothing to
Of course it
focus
would be.
on.
I just want to fly.
Yeah.
I feel it, Aldo. I just feel it.
10 degrees right.
Oh, that's not working, is it?
Do you ever do that sort of stuff?
Like a plan?
I mean, my goal for the day is to get all the way across the ice cap.
You're not.
Okay, I think we should stop.
Yeah, massive.
Are you kidding?
Basically,
lost.
we need to make a decision about whether we push on or not.
We've only been skiing for an hour and a half. I don't like stopping if I don't have to. I'd much rather keep moving.
The fact, from my point of view, is that the size of that grass field, I know that it's probably pretty dangerous. Is it safe to push on, or is it better to stop and put up camp? And maybe we get better viz later on. We do have 24-hour daylight when the viz is good. We crack on again.
No, we could also rope up and just keep going through.
I don't think roping up doesn't make it much safer.
Well,
As you can see, it's
pretty much like
already, the
not.
acid is already there. I'm in on camping.
Absolutely, yeah. Same for me. I think it's totally unsafe to continue.
With Alex, it's, it's a little different because he has so much self-confidence and so much ability. It's a little harder for me to blindly sort of trust what he says to do.
What's the group of?
I don't think we should do it right now.
We'll go and probe an area for camp, and then we'll work up some tents, and then we'll just ride it out for a bit.
Where's your tent, buddy?
This year,
Kind of like, has this been broke? Because I just punched through to my, past my thigh. You ever think I punched through that corner and then I punched through the other corner? I was like, man, my whole tent is like a minefield.
The drag velocity underneath feels fairly solid at 115, 120.
The story of this trip is basically don't fight the weather, put the tents up, they bring their own, and wait it out.
Oh, your feet just probably checked my blisters.
oh, this is good.
Yeah, it's just coming away a little bit there, but
And you have the same on the other
yeah,
side.
exactly the same place. Yeah, this one's slightly worse, but
Yeah, it doesn't look infected at all, so that's great.
yeah.
Ew.
Oh, it's so cozy in here.
Nice, huh?
So the dude's been waking up 4 times a night again.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I think I'm missing the worst part right now.
Yeah.
How disruptive has your sleep been?
It's kind of funny going from being a new dad and no sleep to then coming on an expedition where you get, in theory, full sleep. I've been craving those for months.
And it's quite the change.
Quiet.
Hmm?
So quiet.
Yeah.
Get back on the plane.
She's good like you. She can dig the holes.
Ice. Snow probably interesting.
Being on the Rain and Ice Cap is such a rare opportunity for a scientist that I felt a lot of pressure to collect as much data as I could.
Quite
I've
like
never
it's,
met anybody
on
who
the hard
likes
end of the
snow or ice as much as I do. This is like,
So you get half the ice.
Drive right into it.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
So now it's probably cold, but
Oh.
my biggest passion is ice.
Good boy.
When I was
He's
a
a very
kid,
good boy.
someone told me that actually
He's
some
taking a nap.
people, these meteorologists would spend all of their time
Is
exploring
it a very good
remote
nap?
areas of the world, and I thought, hey,
He had the
that sounds like the
email.
coolest job
He
in the
took a
world.
nap.
are you proud of your hole?
Voice
Yeah,
coach.
but I really want to
He
dig
took a
another one here.
I could start,
So
but
then, yeah, if you want, it's your kid.
here, actually, let me start while you eat.
You sure?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Just so you can relax for a minute.
I can't even get up now.
Why is he taking a nap?
If she wants to take some more data.
Is that why you didn't come out for dinner? Because you didn't know how to get out of the hole?
What?
I was
You
just
shouldn't date her, you should just go straight in the car.
No, she needs to take
You
some
gave up to now.
I want to see what the snowpack is like up here.
I don't think it'll take me that long, actually. You see, I'm making pretty good progress.
Wonder what
This
Sainsbury's
far north,
or Tesco that
This high
was.
up, I'm expecting the snow to
Oh.
be more or less pristine.
Food she was eating.
It's like space food. Camping food.
This is like the ultimate snow pit. And in between the two
You just throw
walls,
boiling water in it.
there's a very fine wall of snow
So it's like
that
freeze
will
dried.
kind of reveal itself when the light is shining through it.
Okay, cover me
Yeah,
in.
that's me and Bill.
Did you go back tonight?
This could be my bed.
Oh no, phone off. My phone's on that.
Oh, it's pretty cool, actually.
I'll take a photo of it.
Wow.
You can just really see the layers.
Nice.
That's cool.
Like very clear lines.
Thanks, Adam. Okay. Alright, let's do that. Oh, this is great. I mean, what I'm seeing here is a very clear
That's what
picture
you
of
have to dig
the
another hole
snowpack.
close to it.
The depth
So
of
the
the
light
snow
from the other
pits
hole
spans
comes
through
through.
about
Yeah.
12 months.
That's so cool.
And every time we have one of these layers, it means that the rain and ice cap was melting. I was hoping just to find beautiful snow without any melt, but actually melt is happening all the time throughout the year up here. The entire snowpack is crippled by these ice fences. This is really concerning. I think there's a good chance that the rain and ice cap is melting faster and making more of a contribution to sea level rise. And that contribution is only going to increase in the future.
It's just sort of snowing.
Monet. It's been 2 days, but the weather's finally clear. Where we are.
Told you it was a drone, didn't I?
I'm actually just retreated from them.
Boy. He's a good boy. He's a Connor boy. Yeah.
Kind of scary that there's one.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I'm glad we stopped.
This is Late Nights with Connor. And just chilling and having a chillax session. He's going to be going to bed soon.
Hold, hold. A little bit of depth.
We are literally surrounded by
He's a
crevasses.
good boy.
I mean, these are insane.
He's a very good boy. You're a good boy.
Yeah, I think based on that, Mikey, you and I should be roped up at least.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Dropping altitude.
Yeah. No, I think it's all downhill
Good
now.
boy.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten our bearings, it's easier to scout the route and avoid crevasses.
My load feels pretty light today, so there's like.
We've got weather on our side, the wind has died down, we're heading in the right direction, and we can see the fjord.
That'll be the end of our ice cap crossing, and where we hope that our support boats are waiting for us. We knew that we were still something like 15 miles away from the ocean, even though it looked super close. I mean, the distances and the scale in Greenland is just beyond anything that you experience in most other parts of the world.
The snow's gotten so much softer. Like really punching in. Yeah. Quite annoying.
Oh, it's so horrible.
This is not fun. Does that look like a bridge down there we could cross straight in your front?
Yeah, I think we'll go through these flats and then like arc around.
Yeah.
It's wild to think that we've almost completed the first crossing of the Running ice cap. Heidi has a ton of important data. Now we just need to get off the ice. Basically, the glacier is just more and more broken and difficult to navigate as you descend down the field.
Danger. That looks sketchy.
If you go in there, you're back there.
Keep moving. That's the main thing. I'm going around.
Someone's gonna get dragged into a crevasse because it got heavy cold front.
No, I think this is kind of crazy. Here.
I must have some shrimp pie.
Wait.
What's it, whacking with it?
That was it, pulling him into that fucking crevasse.
Awesome. You still good? Yeah, I'm good.
Jesus, so they got
I was going to say, what's some
Don't push it up. You go up and over. Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah,
thought.
now
Video
like walk
equipment.
to your left. And then hard right and just go fast.
You said go fast.
I know, but I didn't just line up my feet.
Oh God, yeah. Finally, Alex is like, oh, that was a little too much.
Well, it just started to look a little quick at the bottom there.
Well, it's dodgy.
The difficulty in getting off the glacier is that there's never going to be an easy way.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a river along the side of the glacier, or just, you know, calving the face of the glacier at the end, falling into the ocean.
Wow.
There's never like an opera.
It's just so complex, this terrain. You think it's going to go, and then you get down there and it can just be this big gaping crevasse.
So far, so good. Give me another minute.
It's a bit like a maze, finding your way through.
Hmm?
Is it nice?
It's good. We're good, guys.
Not meant to do that.
You guys come this way?
Yeah, this is the way.
I didn't find your foot.
I think we did a good job of finding a decent way off the glacier. And as we were descending, you could hear big chunks falling off and things moving. It's all pretty dramatic, very living area. But it definitely just reminds you how alive the glaciers are. How things are constantly moving.
Hey Alex, don't you think we should get going?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, we're going.
So they're going to leave the stage behind.
It's such a relief to see our support team.
Suatu ano? Akdad? Mau ngayon bilang?
How many changes of clothes I had in this?
Well, the support team seem to pick up equipment that they just leave behind.
He's still wearing the same North Face jacket.
Yeah.
That doggy. That doggy.
Dirty dog.
Cute dog.
Anyway, isn't it cool? So
That's
nice
good, isn't it?
This is pure joy.
Yeah, that's your proper one that pulls the sleigh.
Inglecourtois is still
It
almost 30
wasn't-
miles from here,
Rangers, that pulls Santa.
and the only way to get there is this
Huskies.
long, deep fjord.
Bullshit.
Oh, true.
Bullshit.
Dogs spelled backwards is God. And God's for pulling him along.
This landscape is one of the more beautiful things I've ever seen. It's pretty incredible.
Why?
Wow,
Bullshit is so good.
This fjord is
I doubt it.
absolutely magical.
Yeah, honestly, I can't believe the amount of ice there is here. Makes me sick when I see this. Yeah.
We're all looking at this landscape and thinking it's amazing.
Is it not meant to
But
be
when we
that?
see beauty, Heidi sees something completely different.
Wow.
This is all ice that is, of course, being lost by the glaciers, and it's not a good sign when you see so many icebergs floating around. Yeah, no, it's quite scary, actually. Yeah. I mean, when I see what's around me today, my heart shrinks.
It's beautiful.
It's not right.
The Greenland ice sheet contains enough ice to increase sea levels globally by about 24 feet. This is our future, and it's also our demise. If we save the Arctic, we will save ourselves.
Turn the sun off.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, what happened?
You could just like put it in a
These are
day.
the GPS coordinates
That's
for
like
the launch.
protective.
So is it okay?
We
Yeah,
did
yeah.
dinosaur
Okay.
hands.
Okay.
When
Dinosaur
it comes to
hands.
science, I've never met anyone as committed to the mission as Heidi. She just never quits. Before Inglecourtois, she's got something special to do on behalf of her friends at one of the coolest agencies on Earth.
Hi, is it NASA? Hi, Beth.
Heidi is launching a probe for NASA that will help monitor how the ocean is melting Greenland's glaciers from below.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, Beth has just received the package from the float and everything looks well.
Dog was fired.
We
Connor.
have barely any information about the
Are
interaction
you alright,
between
boy?
ice and the fjords. And NASA very quickly understood that
Duck.
this is a key
Yuck.
factor in global sea level
Connor.
rise.
Known as the Oceans Melting Greenland
What are you
Project,
doing?
or OMG. More than 1,600 probes have been launched around Greenland.
It moves his head away.
It's a robot, and what it does, is measures salinity, temperature, and depth of the fjord here. And it will keep going up and down the fjord from the surface to the bottom for more than a year.
Our probe, number 9317, will send daily readings via satellite and record thousands of measurements over its lifetime.
So we have the green light, we can launch the probe. Really happy, yeah, all systems go.
Alright, next up.
Let's do this. Okay, ready everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, Dave.
OMG.
Woo. Do you see it?
Just doing that.
We spent a whole month getting to this big wall. You can see in the quarter life in the distance as this big spire tooth sticking out. It just steadily got bigger and bigger.
There's a lot of ice in there.
There are icebergs everywhere. It's not that easy to get in with the boat. Like everything about it seemed more intimidating and more difficult than we hoped for.
It became very evident very quickly. I mean, the thing is absolutely massive.
Guess what the boat's called? Give you a hint.
This is like the craziest wall.
I know, it looks evil.
Thing before
Add umbrellas.
it's growing
You'll get
in
it.
front of us, but it's also, I think, growing in our minds.
They are the best practice in the world, and I feel that their techniques are unstoppable. But actually, when they were on the boat looking at the face for the first time, they felt human.
That's so big.
Oh my god, guys!
Sweet, what do we sign up for?
Ultimately, what's at stake with climbing is always your life. You could die in a lot of different ways on a wall. The fact that Ingeborg Like is so remote and big makes it more intimidating for sure. It looks insane. It looks impossible.
It's Alex Honnold, everybody.
Climbing El Capitan is something that I've been dreaming about for years, and then spent probably a full year in preparation.
Is there anything left to climb? Is there anything bigger than that?
I mean, there are technically some bigger walls in the world, but remote places, like Greenland.
Oh my god. It looks insane.
He's a good boy, Connor. Connor's a good boy.
Is it insanely big?
Yeah, it's crazy, huh? That is so much wall.
It's taken more than 3 weeks, but we finally made it to our main objective. Ingmikortlat. A giant 4,000-foot sea cliff, and one of the biggest climbs in the world.
Oh man, this thing is absolutely huge. There's just not a lot of cliffs this big in the world. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
What's the obvious line? Can you see one? Nothing yet.
Check now.
So far, it's a nightmare on all sides.
It's like everything just looks terrifying from this.
Yeah.
definitely looks bigger than El Cap.
Yeah, it's bigger now, Cap.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
It's nearly 3 times the height of the Empire State Building, and nearly 1,000 feet taller than El Capitan.
To have such a large objective completely unexplored is pretty amazing.
If we manage to climb the Incan Black, it'll be the biggest first ascent I've ever done. The size and scale of the challenge is insane. I don't know what your definition of adventurous is, but it's hard to imagine anything more adventurous than an unclimbed 4,000-foot wall. Icebergs floating down below. I mean, yeah, when little kids dream about adventure, I mean, I think this is basically it. You see way to the left how it kind of gets lower angle?
Very slim, right facing corner.
Yeah, I was thinking way to the left of that.
Okay, well,
Here, let's see. I'm gonna just take my backpack and just jump off the front.
Well, we got on the mountain. Cool.
wow, should we try and scramble up a bit?
Yeah, it's like slippery, huh?
Yeah.
When you look at photographs, things can feel a lot friendlier than when you see something in the flesh. And this wall is just so insane looking in the flesh.
Hazel and I will focus on the climbing, while Mikey helps Aldo fix the ropes and haul up the gear. We'll get as high as we can each day before descending to base camp.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Don't let me die.
Wait. I could only speed out so quick, so just don't run.
I'm gonna move back over and go across the other right.
That's 30 meters!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We just don't know what we'll face up there.
Get an equal,
So we
right?
just don't know if we'll make it to the top. It's just a massive undertaking. Like, I think it could be the biggest undertaking potentially of my climbing career.
Have you actually put any gear in?
No.
We can't just start up one line and be like, oh, this isn't the route. If we chose the wrong one, it turns into like, you know, a bunch of loose rock and awful climbing. And
I think that top is so hard.
way up high?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks so steep from here, doesn't it?
yeah.
None of the options look easy. The middle section is blank and featureless, and the right-hand section looks like a death route. So we're going with the left side, which seems to be the safest way out. All the routes wind up on the headwall, 1,000 feet of vertical rock, which would definitely be the hardest part of the climb.
Come on, Hazel.
Okay, I'm climbing over here.
There's Hazel climbing below me, and Mikey.
You know what the boat's called.
Everybody's cruising. The view's starting to improve. More icebergs, crazy glaciers. We're doing it. Very exciting.
Oh, it is a
Let's get this mountain. Wow, I bet it took a bit of time to make this video. Must have taken a lot of money
What's scary with a place like this is that if one iceberg starts to roll or to calve,
Then again, you space
it's really
sponsored by
trigger a
North
domino
Face,
effect
KK,
and
and
everything starts moving very
Alexa.
quickly.
God
is just a few miles away from one of the largest and fastest moving glaciers in the Arctic, the Dogardieson.
Guardianson.
It's a huge 40-mile-long glacier flowing
Dogardieson.
from Greenland's
Leviosa.
vast inland ice sheets down into the sea.
The thing is,
It's
there's
more
so
than
much
3 miles
ice
across.
in the world. People don't live
At
on
this time
it.
of
They
year,
could quite
huge
happily.
chunks can break off with no warning, unleashing massive
You could
icebergs.
do it.
You can do it there.
And refugees in England, you can send them there.
There's so much ice. Crazy. It's like navigating through a minefield, like making sure you don't trigger anything that's gonna collapse
Some
somewhere.
get benefits.
Well, I guess that's
I think this is definitely the fronts of the glacier, yeah.
I need to live there.
I think we'll still keep on going a little, but yeah, it looks really dramatic, huh?
Yeah.
Past data has shown us that the Dogardieson glacier loses about 10 billion tons of ice per year.
Wow.
This is a
10
natural process.
billion tons.
As the ocean and air temperatures have warmed, glaciers further south and slightly further north are now losing much more ice than they were 40 years ago. I want to find out if the Dogardieson is following the same worrying trend.
Do you think we can get a little bit closer, or?
Global warming, isn't it?
It's the final destination. We can't get closer to them.
Okay. Yeah? You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at those pictures, the colors.
Amazing. I'm going to use my drone to map the front of the glacier.
Trying to do it now.
It is absolutely huge, up to 300
Move
feet.
around, are you fine?
And it blows my mind to think there's much more of it below the water surface. No one has been here to study the Dogardieson for almost 2 decades. So I want to know if it is losing more ice and making an even greater contribution to sea level
That drone
rise.
down
The drone footage combined with data from an experiment I'm running back on land will hopefully tell us what state this gigantic glacier is in.
Permission there, that didn't you? It's not a DJI, though. It's
Good driver.
no, it's a clip from it, that. Oh. This guy's mental.
How does it look above Alex?
Yeah, it's really hard to decide where to go.
3 times higher than the Empire State Building.
Really?
After night in base camp, we've ascended our fixed
I'll
routes
give that a go,
and
though.
pushed on past yesterday's high point.
550 feet.
The plastic style of this crack is all rotten, like, all soft and,
Is it pretty trusty?
yeah, it's like really sandy. It's like first, like, bad rock we've experienced, really.
No way. I have to lock that out, didn't we? That was
Spontaneous. So the loose rock poses a couple problems. The initial danger is just as the lead climber, which is only been Alex at this point. He could pull a block off and hurt himself. And then as we progressed up the wall, it's sort of just a train, like you can always hit the person below you.
yeah.
Because like you could just knock the block off now and it could kill you.
Yeah, totally.
If there are multiple members on the team, whoever's furthest
You have
back
as many bottle things around that
is
area.
at the most danger of rockfall because there's more things bouncing and they've been going further, they're traveling faster.
Okay.
I'm off, Aldo! Just shout if you kick anything off.
Okay.
It's okay. So
You know, if a medium-sized rock hits you from 50 feet away, it just kind of hurts. If it hits you from 500 feet away, then you'll be dead.
I'm like standing on this teetering trough. Rock! Rock on there!
Yeah, that was this one.
Ah.
Whoa, that was massive.
Imagine if that hit you.
Just a sketch. To use climbing terminology, it's a massive chalk pile. Chalk is basically lots of rock and gravel and things that's just continually shedding or exfoliating down the fall line.
Don't particularly want to be hanging around, do you?
I don't like it, so most of the rocks are coming down.
Don't blame me.
That's actually what I think is worrying Mikey and Hazel more than anything else, is that they kick something off which comes down and kills me.
Mm-hmm. 10,000. They got to come back down yet before they get
The
up.
thing is,
Yeah, no. It's, oh. Yeah, no, we're
Got
fully
pretty
like, this
far,
is,
eh?
we're around here.
we're doing something. It's not super safe. That's for sure.
What? British what?
What?
Do you want to leave this one?
What did you
I
say?
don't have shoes.
Oh, I thought you said you had
I said they
37.
got pretty far.
They're who knows where.
Oh, yeah, the constable point one.
British.
Yeah.
All our gear is held up in various places.
That's why our whole Jumari ascending rope setup is a little improvised and we're improvising a fair bit right now. I mean, we're sort of lucky that Alex even has shoes, and that was just like,
I know, thank goodness, huh?
That was just an off chance because you brought 3 pairs instead of 2, right?
yeah.
Yeah. More than a week ago, we had to leave a lot of our climbing gear at the top of the pool wall.
Chickens.
The weather has been so bad up there that our support
That
team
was
hasn't
down
been able
together.
to recover it yet.
God's sake.
We don't know when, or even if, it'll get here.
Seriously? That's ridiculous.
Alex is the only person on the team with climbing shoes right now. I mean, he's the strongest member of the team, so it's lucky that it's his shoes that we have and not anyone else's. But at the same time, it would be really good if we could share the weight of the leading.
We should have worked the same size feet then, shouldn't we?
That's a fact.
Hmm?
Do you want a fact?
Sorry, what are you doing?
I'm thinking.
Now you fucking mentioned it.
We're at the high point for day 2. So this is the next pitch above me, and then that is the top over there in the distance.
There's Hazel going down.
Yeah, let's shorten the camera. But
Another beautiful
Hang
day
on.
on the wall.
it's a good mile or two that.
The next
1850, they're at
above me,
10,000
and
just
then
now.
that is the top over there in the distance.
There's Hazel going down.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
beautiful day on the wall.
What?
You didn't get out that far, did you? So you, oh, so they have 24-hour daylight. Obviously not anymore. North Face tends to back out.
The dog still had a. Mate, the dog's about
Yeah,
to.
it's the boatman's dog.
Did you sleep well in your palace?
Oh, yeah, so nice.
Where are the life jackets?
I didn't get on the boat.
So they've still got no shoes.
Today we'll start hauling up everything we need to camp on the rock face. If all goes well, we'll spend one last night in base camp. And after that, we'll be committed to the wall.
What are you thinking, Hazel?
So will you pack a whole bag? Not wholly?
Yeah.
So here's 2 people's food.
And like, what do you reckon? 36 liters is like a maximum.
Drink.
That's heavy.
One of the hardest things about climbing
Wanna
something
drink?
like this is you don't just have to bring your person up the wall with you, you also have to bring all the things you need to survive with you as well. We're doing this climb without the right stuff. We don't have a drill to back up the anchors.
What's that anchor like there?
Guys, just